Welcome to our series of help videos on the Cancer Data Explorer. Today we're going to be taking a look at the summary data that's available within the Cancer Data Explorer and some of the filtering that's available there. You'll note when we first arrive on the Cancer Data Explorer there's a little welcome page here with some links to further information about the Explorer itself. Click that off. You can simply bring that back by clicking this help button here again. Now there is some limited filtering that's available for the summary data. Let's just take a look at the summary data first. We've got incidence data on the left. There's a column here for mortality data. And then on the right hand side we have survival data. Let's just pop those options back open again. So you can see that currently we're showing the last 5 years worth of data for Queensland. Or I also have the option to just view the most recent year. That is complete data available, and at the moment that is 2019. I can also filter by sex or by cancer. Just stepping through the items that are available, you'll note that under incidence we've got the number of people diagnosed over that 5-year period, which is over 150,000. Similarly, under mortality, the total number of people dying from cancer, which is 46,703. We have the average or median age at diagnosis and at death, the proportion of males and females who were diagnosed with or died from cancer, and then the lifetime risk of diagnosis or the lifetime risk of death. And this represents the average risk for someone in Queensland living to age 85 of either being diagnosed or dying from cancer. The last item in the incidence and mortality is just a ranked order of the most common cancers that are diagnosed or common causes of death from cancer. And then moving over to the survival pane, you can see we've got 5 years survival represented here, and then it's broken down by sex, males and females, and also shown by age group. As I mentioned, we can do some limited filtering. So for example, I might be interested in looking at females, and you'll note that when I do that, the order of these bars change. So now breast cancer is the most commonly diagnosed and lung cancer is the most common cause of death. And I might be interested in a specific cancer. So let's have a look and say melanoma, where I can now see that in fact melanoma is the second most common diagnosis among women in Queensland. But in fact it ranks much lower in terms of common causes of death. And that women are on average about 61 when they're diagnosed, and deaths are most commonly caused around age 73. Very small lifetime risk of death, and the lifetime risk of diagnosis is about 1 in 20 or so. You can see over that 5-year period there were about 8,500 diagnoses of melanoma and about 500 cancer deaths. So that's the filtering that's available. If I was to reset that and just look at, say, the most recent year's worth of data, that will give me just the 2019 snapshot, where I can see at a glance the cancers, the mortality, and then for the most recent year we only present 1 year survival rates, and you can see what those look like here. So I might choose to filter to lung cancer. You can see that it's about the 6th most common cancer there, but the most common cause of death. And here is all the associated summary information with lung cancer. Thanks for watching. I hope you are able to dig around and find what you need. Please explore and send any feedback you've got to the email that's available at the bottom of our help screen. Thanks very much. Happy exploring.